I am here with the Iranian shitstanian. Let's get into it. Hello.
Did I ruin your fantastic introduction?
No, I don't believe you did, actually. I don't think you've ruined it yet.
Hello,
Darius Davies, returning, but different format now.
Baby. Last time I was on, you weren't a paedophile yet. You hadn't come out of the closet.
I still haven't. And then we're going to get into that because I've got a mustache now, if anyone's listening. Now, I'm on the fence with it. Sometimes I think it makes me look like a paedophile. But then other times I think it doesn't suit me.
It kind of makes you... it kind of makes you look like a World War II general.
That's what I was going for. Do you know, I had it really... I was really happy with it. And I had it flicked. But it was my dad's 80th birthday the other week, and I shaved it and I shaved it too high, so I've got to bring it down again. But I did have it; it did look good like that.
Yeah, it looks alright. To me, it's okay. I just had a haircut, and she basically was just looking good. I thought I'd get it trimmed, and she basically did the same, like cut just so now it's a bit shit for a while. So hence why I'm wearing a hat.
What do you mean? You had it cut shit, then you was happy with how it got, went to get it cut, and she just took it back to shit again.
No, it was good. Then she's just cut it too short and it's gone a bit shit. It's going to take a while to get in. But this isn't probably the riveting conversation that your listeners tune in for.
No, they don't. But then again, they know.
Maybe they like our grooming techniques.
Yeah, well, we don't want to get into that. But because you got quite a groomed beard normally, but that's the highest. Oh, this is the gayest start ever. That's the highest I think I've seen it up your cheeks. You normally have it, don't you? Normally line it lower than that. Am I dreaming?
I've kind of trimmed this bit, so this bit's a bit shorter. I don't know what. It looks too low or it looks too high?
No, it looks good. It looks good. I was shrugging about what you made me ill, by the way. Do you know you made me ill?
I'm on the tail end of this chest infection. I've like 90%.
I got it off you.
How? You haven't even seen me?
No, but you Facebook Messenger and said you got a chest infection. The next day I had it, and then I looked into quantum entanglement, and I think you've done it cosmically.
Yeah, actually, I think that makes sense.
And don't lie, you've got a wheezy chest from breathing in all of the fumes from those ambulances you set on fire.
Yeah, that's just come out that it was Jewish people who did that.
Was it? Oh, no, was that a false flag? They wouldn't do that.
About an hour ago, it's just come out in the
So you are an Iranian man. Just look, you can tell it's from the Middle East. He didn't put his hand up when he coughed. But did you? Because people are probably wondering if you've got any thoughts on the war.
Yeah. Well,
Two people come up to me at gigs and went, "Is Darius all right?" And I went,
"Really? Why?"
He's getting a bit fucking mouthy about this war, isn't he?
Who said that?
I'll tell you afterwards. I don't want to dig anyone out. I
wouldn't dare say it to my fucking face.
No, they wouldn't. They said it to they weren't. They were like, "Oh, he's getting a bit." I was like, "Yeah, but he would, wouldn't he? You would."
You fucking idiots. They're bombing around. What, they're going to stay silent? Oh, thanks, Israel, for bombing my fucking family.
The trouble is now, the only problem is, you know that whole thing, and I will get your thoughts on it, because I don't know anything about anything, but you know the whole thing about, like, if you had a time machine, you go, oh yeah, I'd go back and kill baby Hitler. But then, like, you've just killed a baby and the Holocaust doesn't happen, right? So the only thing is in the sliding door moments, and I'm not saying this is at all the case, but if one could always say, if a country didn't bomb another country, in 5 years they could set off a nuke. But then again, I feel like they fucked up with the WMD for all. Well, you know, that whole fucking charade where there was no WMD. They've done it before.
Now, all people, listen, anyone who's listening to this, stop lying to yourselves. You know the fucking truth. Stop lying to yourselves. The West is run by a literal satanic fucking group of pedophiles. This isn't information. This isn't fucking conspiracy theories. You are lying to your fucking self. This is a war of aggression, expansionism. America and Israel want to expand into the Middle East. That's all it's about. There's no nukes. There's no this. There's no fucking that. That's all it's about. These people had it all, and it wasn't enough. They're not happy with having fucking everything. They want everything, and you, not only they have everything, you can't even have anything.
Oh, nothing. They said that. The WF come out and said that.
Exactly. That's not all. Like, listen to what they're saying. You will own nothing and you will be happy. They want fucking everything. And this isn't just an Iran fucking America. This war is gonna impact. It is why I'm so. I live in England. It's gonna it's already impacting me on
Diesel's
the
gone up.
petrol, and it's gonna
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
Diesel's gonna run out. We are fucked because a fat fuck in America and some greedy fucks in Israel had too much and want more, and they just won't fucking leave it. The whole world turned a fucking blind eye for 2 years and went, "All right, we're gonna pretend we've not just seen you slaughter children. Just let us have our." And you're not even letting. And now we could. It's too much. It's too fucking much.
But the thing is, do you say that about the having everything? Have you heard about the Tomb of Gilgamesh angle?
No, but I mean, you know what? I just want to say.
Apparently, just before I do, there is a conspiracy. There is I'm not even going to say that word anymore. There is a theory that there's something to do with exactly where they went in the first Gulf War, not the first Gulf War, the original one, but this, the Saddam one. The Tomb of Gilgamesh is exactly where they set up this base. It's exactly where ancient Babylon was, or something. And apparently, Hillary Clinton was on about Gilgamesh. Wasn't he like a Nephilim? I don't fucking know. But I know. But the thing is, the thing about like you said, how you started all that, saying the world is run by these elite pedos and stuff. And I'm starting to see that is now the thing is the term conspiracy theorist has been made so toxic. I've seen a few stand-ups in America doing clips where they're going, yeah, turns out they were right, but it's still all like taking the piss out of them. It's like, oh yeah, that guy's smoking a spliff going, oh, it turns out the lizards run everything. Maybe he's right. It's like, you see how programmed you are to not even believe your own eyes and ears, which is the 1984 thing, isn't it?
Well, I mean, that's just, people are not, for them to acknowledge what's happening, it will break their whole worldview of who they are, what they are, them as a person. It will break, when you have to acknowledge, holy shit, we're not the good guys.
No. There is no good guys.
But yeah, I'm just saying. But when you acknowledge this as a person, we're not the good guys. The government, like what we're being fed, I distinctly recall. I did the show, maybe I can't remember, 2017, 2015. It was Art of the Troll. This was when Donald Trump was in his first presidency, and the picture is like me as him on the Art of the Troll. It's a funny show, right? But that was the first time I'd ever heard the term fake news. And I remember when I first heard, and now it's like, oh yeah. But I remember when I heard first news, so maybe 10 years ago, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about, fake news? The news is the news.
Yeah.
The news is the news.
Used to be. I used to think it was.
And I remember, I naively, if it was on the BBC or ITV or Sky News, it wasn't even a second question. If they said, take this vaccine, do this, not even a second question. Wouldn't even doubt myself. Why would they lie and try and hurt me? And then you watch, and then you see how it's so many. Like, even when I did that thing with Ryanair, yeah, it was a fucking joke. Nevertheless, the fact that I could do that, now, is it fake news because they're deliberately manipulating it? It's partly, some of it, they're manipulating it to directly, and some of it's just fucking laziness, and they can't be bothered, and they want quick things, and it's a whole thing of these things. But I remember the one thing that you got to give credit for to Donald Trump is he brought about fake news, and now it's so funny watching him do these like Iran updates, because he's saying something that's so massively untrue and totally contrary to what's actually happening in this in the current events that's happening now, that it like blows your mind. Like, wow, this guy's just fucking lying. And then about a week later, then the press are like, oh, wait a minute, maybe it is, maybe he's not telling the truth, and maybe this is, now we don't know. And it's like, motherfucker, we've been saying this for weeks and weeks. But
do you remember Comical Ali?
Yeah,
he was the ministry of, he was the press guy for Saddam Hussein, and he'd be stood in Baghdad as the American tanks were behind him, going, oh, they're killing themselves. It's like he was. And did you see? We're so fucking ill. Did you see Donald Trump came out the other day and said, we're speaking to someone, and they go, and he goes, I think that's the bloke in charge, or if he's not dead. It's like, what? You don't even know who you're talking to.
He's not talking. They're not talking. Listen, I tell you right now, this is the actual situation from an actual Iranian. Now, there's two types. You're going to meet two types of Iranians in the diaspora, so people like in the West, right? The first Iranians you're going to meet, they're going to be monarchists, right? And they're going to be like, well, obviously we care about Iran, but we need regime change, and anything that happens is the mullahs did it and it's bad, and we need and if the girls died, that's on the IRGC, and fine, come on, Iran, we love Iran, Reza Pahlavi. That's the first type, right? Then you have Iranians, right, who see this and think, fuck you, I want fucking Sharia law, halal, chop your fucking hand off, send 1 million fucking bombs, wipe Israel off the map, fuck America as well, you fucks, we'll kill you all, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's me. And
you're one of them now?
Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm a fucking
You didn't used to be, did you?
Nah, I'm Christian, and I'm fucking halal, Allahu Akbar, and I'm Christian.
The great Satan.
I'm telling you now, if I feel like that, people in Iran with bombs getting down on their heads, every single night in Iran right now, the people are going out in the streets, right? Because they know Mossad want to try and put people out there to cause an insurrection. That's why there's been no popular uprising, because all the people are on the streets already. And if you even speak to them, they'll come out and they say, listen, I was against the regime. But after watching them bomb a fucking school full of girls, now I'm fully behind the IRGC, and I see why we say death to America, death to Israel. I see why we're calling the big Satan the little Satan. The whole country's united, and they're not. And this is not going to stop.
But but do you think this is part of the globalist program? Because I was thinking this the other day. You used to have all these countries, sovereign countries. Now, excuse me, man. I just had a lemsip as well. Now, you used to have you'd have Britain, and you had our own problems, within Britain. But then you had now it's just it's just sort of Britain is just another patch of land where it seems like Muslims and Jewish people are fighting on. You get the Israel, what is it, the Tel Aviv fucking Huckabees, whatever they're called, can't come to Birmingham. That's not a British. Yeah, whatever. That's not tradition. That's not a British fight. But I just think the globalist agenda now. I think that country lines and borders are irrelevant. Now they've really spread it. They've spread it, sort of distilled it down to, it seems to be, Christians, Jews, and Muslims. I mean, there are other religions, but they don't seem to be in the running for this shit, do they? I mean, you don't hear many. Although that Sikh guy got some grief for putting up that sign. That was in London, wasn't it?
No halal food or something.
I proudly do. Yeah, I'm just saying, but it's very rare that it just seems to be. But I think what Israel seems to me to be, the little weedy kid that got really badly bullied at school, and then he turns 18 and he gets on the roids and learns jiu-jitsu. And then he's he's 3 pints in, and he's like, is he looking at me? It's like, calm down, Jack. He's not looking at you, mate. You're a fucking psycho. Just let it go.
Well, everyone just knows Israel's are cowards and bullies. That's what it is. That's why the whole world's fucking happy this is happening. Even as they're getting bombed, though, they're still killing Palestinians and they're still bombing Lebanon. They got insatiable bloodlust. But all their air defense is gone.
But the trouble is, like you said, with these ambulances, there's all this weird false flagging each other and themselves. I don't know what's real anymore. I think that's the point. I don't know what's going on.
Well, all of this is it actually is part of a psyop. Because the fact now, you're seeing videos come out, you don't know if that's really Netanyahu, you don't know if those are real rockets, you don't know what to believe. At the end, you just you throw your hands up and you go, well, I don't even fucking know anymore.
Could you just angle your camera a bit? The sun's, I can't see you because of this. The chemtrails are worn off and the sun actually shone. There you go. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, basically, it was it's it's psychological, right? It's if all this stuff and you can't trust anything that you're seeing, then you just become disinterested. You don't care, and then whatever happens, they could commit a massacre. They might not commit a massacre, but then if they commit a massacre and it turns out it was fake and you're outraged, the next time if they do it, you're not gonna say shit, or you're not gonna put your
100%, mate. 100%. That's always been the case. That's always been the fucking case. And again, like that 1984 thing, when he changed it from the Ministry of Defence to the Ministry of War just before this, it's fucking
oh,
weird what's going on, isn't it?
Pete Hegseth, that guy who's the Ministry of War. What you need to understand about this war, it's not like a normal. I don't think people in the West still haven't quite grasped the magnitude of what is happening and how serious this is. They think this is like a
Iraq.
this is not like, first of all, like they've got no, and they've also got no clue of Iran as a country, of a nation, as a history. Like, Iran's basically the size of fucking Europe. It's the size of fucking Europe. Like, they think they could, like, there's no possible feasible way they could. What are they, crazy? Like, imagine, so they're sending 3,000 people in to Iran. That's what they're sending. Basically, the way the news circle works, Monday, we've got a deal. The war is over. Friday, we're going to nuke Iran. So come on Friday, what's going to happen is 5 days will be finished. The Marines will have arrived, and okay, we're going to invade Iran. But just like, people are so fucking, oh, we're going to take over Iran. It's like, are you just? I don't think people just stop and think logically, like, okay, how would this play out right here at home in England, right? Say 3,000 Marines arrived. Where are you, in Norwich? 3,000 Marines arrived in Portsmouth to take over England.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they going to do to you in Norwich?
And England's tiny.
Yeah, but what the fuck are they going to do? Nothing.
No.
3,000 people. So fucking, that's less than people who go to watch Chesterfield play. You imagine
That's weirdly
Chesterfield
specific.
fans. Chesterfield, yeah, really specific. You know what I mean? It's like, are you 3,000 people, and Iran's armed, the country's armed. Like, Gobad doesn't have a toe because he shot his own toe off, right?
Did he? What, by accident, or was it like?
Yeah, he was hunting. He was up a mountain. He fell down the mountain and blew his foot off. Right? He's got no toe. But the point is, they're all armed. Gobad went back. He's blind. They still gave him a fucking gun. Right? They've all got guns in Iran.
Yeah. And there are. Well, this is the thing. I mean, so do you? Okay, so let's rewind to. It hasn't happened yet. What did you feel about the regime in Iran? Was it something that you was like?
Man, I spoke to my dad, right, about this. This is the reality of the regime. When it first came about, so it came about in 1979.
Yeah.
You need to understand the whole history of it, right? So everyone's talking about, Iran was a fucking secular, normal functioning democracy. In 1953, we had an elected president, Mossadegh. He was elected. He wasn't Muslim. He wasn't nothing. Iran was secular. The only thing he did, he came and went, we're going to nationalize our oil because you're getting 100%. He didn't even nationalize it properly. Went, all we're asking for is, we'll give you 50% and we get 50% for the country. The UK, the United Britain and America at the time went, nah, we're not having that. Overthrew him, installed the Shah. The Shah was a puppet for the West, right? Which meant they got all the money, but he had lavish trappings, right? So Tehran at the time, from 53 till 79, it was, as you would imagine, modern, developed nightclub, bars. It was pretty fucking cool, right? But the rest of the country outside of Tehran had nothing. There was no roads leading to these different villages. There was no infrastructure. There was no water. There was no electricity.
Bit like Vegas, sort of.
Well, just imagine that you live
like
in
it's
Norwich.
Not real, is what I mean. It's sort of like this is the bit that we want you to see, the resort, and behind. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Tehran was that, and the thing is, Iran was a Muslim country, and a lot of people wanted to be Muslim, right? They wanted to be. They liked it, and they were punished for being Muslim. Same way you see now, people in the UK and around the world are being punished for being Christian. That woman was praying silently in her head. She gets arrested, for example, right? People don't fucking like that. So he would not wear the hijab, and the Shah had the reason they got overthrown eventually, other than the massive corruption, is he had something called the Savak. The Savak was a secret military police, right? And they were trained by CIA and Mossad, and they were the most notorious, most evil motherfuckers ever. Like, they will just They tortured so many people that in the end, 1979, they thought, fuck it, even living under fundamentalist Islam is better than this, right? So
Right.
79, they overthrew the Shah.
And that's when it became
the Islamic regime. Now, when the Islamic regime first came in the first couple of years, they were stringent. They went no music, no fucking this. They went full on Taliban, right? Immediately, the West started arming Saddam Hussein, giving him chemical weapons. Then there was the Iran-Iraq war that lasted 8 years. Iran was under sanctions, had no weapons, had nothing. 8 years, Iran was under sanctions, fought back under chemical weapons, beat Saddam Hussein, and they got battered at the beginning. Since then, life in Iran has been under the theocratic democracy of the Islamic regime, right? The infrastructure of the country, I asked my dad, he said, but what they did different, things have come down, you can't drink, can't go nightclubs, stuff like that, stop. But now there's roads leading to the different villages. There's electricity.
Different priorities.
There's fucking money. He said people's lives, they've raised the standard and quality of living. As time has gone on, during periods where the West haven't been dicks, i.e. under the JCPOA, which is a nuclear deal, right? They lessened the sanctions. Then at the time, we had a president called Rafsanjani, who was a reformist. He was still a Muslim, but he was a reformist, right? So he was like, the country was more open. What did that mean? It mean, like there was a lot of business coming in and out. Western music, Western literature, Western was coming in. It was fine. It was going well. But here's the thing. As soon as they open up the country, what happens? Mossad and CIA come in under the guise of whatever, because now it's more open, more liberal. They go unnoticed. And they start fermenting discontent. They start going, oh, we should be doing this. We should be doing that. And they try and bring about popular uprisings. So then the fucking Muslims have to crack down again. So then they crack down. Anyway, it's a big, long story to say.
But I just can't. No one. I'm right. Just as an outsider who doesn't know anything, can I just ask the stupid questions that people that probably
please ask.
Right. Them. Okay. Why can't that area of the world just chill the fuck out? I mean, all of it. It's just constant. What the fuck?
Okay. Well, I'll answer that. Well, let me ask you a question. First of all, why do you care?
I don't.
So you're asking, why don't they chill the fuck out? Why are you, a man in Norwich, care about?
I don't care. I don't care.
But you do care. But I'm saying you as in, not you as in Justin, you as in the UK.
No, but I could say, all right then, I could say, well, like, why would I be interested in what you just said? It's just, I'm like, listening to you talking about that region. I'm talking about Iran. I'm saying it's Israel, it's Iran, it's Iraq, all of them.
My point is...
Greece, Turkey.
My point to you, let's keep it to Iran, right? When I say, why do you care? And I'm saying that to you as in Great Britain, right? Obviously, you care because clearly Britain and the US and the West have some sort of vested interest in Iran. Yeah?
I'll interrupt, but that's not me, is it?
No, but that's the point, right? Listen, if you've got neighbours down the street and they're a couple and they're fucking arguing all night, it's none of your fucking business. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Suddenly they want to get involved in Iran. Now, so first of all, it's like, why do you care? It's weird that you care about something that's happening on the other side of the fucking world when back home you've got people living on the streets who can't afford to eat or have anywhere to live.
I guess the argument would be, I mean, I do. You know, I'm not even. Yeah. I'm just saying. The argument would be we got involved in the Holocaust, the Nazis. The argument would be this is what the argument is, and I'm not saying that in any way do I subscribe to it or not, that there is a murderous, brutal regime and we need to change it. Right, now that is what they would say. Now what I'm saying is, why is it...
Even that argument, which is the argument that they're always going to
That's their reason. That's whether it's right or wrong, that is their...
It's patently lies.
Yes.
Because right now we know, for example, in China, they're killing the Uyghur Muslims. But they don't give... In fact, it's blatantly lies. Because right now, we know in Israel, they're killing the fucking Palestinians 10-1. and that's not even hidden. But we've just all got to pretend it's all right because Israel, our greatest allies, are doing it, right? So that's the reason, right? But it's not the real reason. The real reason is they like the Middle East controls all the trade in the world. Everything goes through the Middle East. Always
Mm,
has, always will.
yeah,
Silk Road, right? Always has, always will.
yeah,
The US is basically losing the US's empire, right? They're losing their empire. Israel see a play that if they can weaken Iran and weaken US at the same time, they'll be the leading power within the Middle East. They'll be able to become a global superpower. In fact, just last week, Netanyahu basically said that. He said that in a thing, although it's probably AI generated. He went,
yeah, yeah. I
"We're
saw
now
that.
on the verge of becoming a global superpower," right? Because he understands that if he defeats Iran, cripples them weak, there'll be no other one in the Middle East that can attest them. Then they'll have control of all of the oil, all the things, the Suez Canal, all the routes, trade routes here. America's on the other side of the world, got no shit. America does, in America's interest, the reason they purportedly don't want this to
Yeah,
happen
yeah.
is because if Iran wins, Iran will then be able to just fucking totally bypass, which they're kind of doing already, the whole of America and the whole of thingy, and they'll be able to build. And they want to probably go through Azerbaijan, which will probably be the thing. We'll go from Russia, Azerbaijan, um, China, right? Iran, China, Russia, Azerbaijan, Iran, China. They could do one train route, right? A train route. That means global trade as it is now, which is relied upon by Pax Americana, i.e., American peace, i.e., American ships, because they're a naval power, right? That's how all global trade is done by shipping. But then they'll all be able to just go through there. Then if you're European, why are you going to fucking bother trading with America? You just trade all that down there. You don't have to go broad sell anything. You get it real quick. So there's a lot of different things going on. This war's not just like a war for like just oil, just this, just power. There's a
And
lot going on. And then on top of that, there's something, there's eschatological reasons, and eschatological means fucking end of the world. Now, this sounds fucking crazy to you and I because we're sane. But whether you or I believe it doesn't matter. It's what they believe. And to that end, Pete Hegseth says, this is a holy war. American generals have had complaints from their own staff, their
I
own
saw.
soldiers, because they're saying they're telling us to go into war, not be afraid because we're going to die, but it's a war for fucking Jesus. Israel are talking about, oh, we wouldn't want a missile to hit the Alaska mosque, we would have to build the third temple. Like these fuckers, they've
Yeah,
got red weapons being thrown. Now you might think this sounds bullshit, and it does sound
yeah.
bullshit, but these people are crazy.
But this is the thing. Whenever I say anything like this, people go, "Oh, you don't believe that?" It's like, no, I don't believe in Allah. But people that the people that go on a holy war or jihad, they believe in Allah. And the American military seem to be talking. Like you said, I saw they were complaining, saying Donald Trump has been anointed to bring on the end days. And isn't there something in the Book of Revelations that a trumpeter and it's something to do with Baron Trump? I think it's. I saw this thing. It's like if you look at it, it was like it's actually Baron Trump's going to be the fucking whatever. It was like the son of a trumpet, or I don't know what the fuck it was. But it's like, just because, that's what I'm saying, like, I do believe that that it is possible that Hillary Clinton was obsessed with this Tomb of Gilgamesh. I do believe that it's possible that they could think this third temple will bring about this and that and the other. And I don't fucking know. Everything's just got so weird since that, did you see that thing about the atomic clocks changing when 9/11 happened? Have you heard that one?
No.
Apparently they use some sort of, I don't know, I could go down all these rabbit holes. But so when you're looking at these conspiracy theories, and I'm a nihilist, I've never voted, I don't think we can stop or change anything. And that might be defeatist, but it is what it is. But for you to have Iranian roots, when it's sort of, it must be a right pain in the arse for you. You must just doing your head in, is it?
Well, in what sense?
Just now you have to actually care about. I don't want anyone to die, hippie hat on, but I really don't. But for you, to be actually emotionally invested, it must just be like, is it taking up a lot of your RAM or not, day to day?
Oh yeah,
That's what I mean.
I'm basically following this war 24/7.
That's not good.
But I have to say, as an Iranian, I think this is what Iranians are currently feeling. Not the diaspora Iranians who fucking put that tank on Trump. Everyone thinks they're traitors and cowards. Zionist shills, got no respect for them. And the funny thing, they'll never go back to Iran ever, ever. That being said, I think Iranians are quite proud. Like, they don't want this to happen. They didn't want it. And this should actually tell you something about Iran. We've had these missiles for years. We've been able to close the Strait of Hormuz for years. We've had all this power for fucking years. We've had you put us under sanctions. We've had you blow up our fucking main generals, kill people in our embassies, bomb our countries, lie to us twice, and we never did it. We could have done it. We could have done this. This could have been done. Instead, at every time, Iran have tried. I was trying to explain this to Leo. I did his podcast, obviously.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that after in a minute.
All his little listeners.
Yeah, because I didn't watch it, but I looked at some of the comments and I was like, oof.
It fucking is. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, they're like, oh, they're 2 weeks away from a nuclear war. Motherfucker, we could have fucking launched hypersonic missiles at your head last week if we wanted to. We could have done this for years and years and years, and we didn't because Iran, like I said, Iran could be great. I don't understand why they're like, why not try it instead of being cunts? Try be good. Go to the country and say, like, this is the thing. The reality is this. So to go back to one of your previous questions about the regime and stuff, is like, Khomeini originally, the one who died, the original Khomeini, he was 86 years old. He was probably going to die in 4 years' time or so, right?
Bit like a Castro
At
situation.
that point, he would have died. And that would have been a natural thing where the country themselves would have been like, should we continue this? Should we move on? How should they could have done it themselves, right? But by killing him, all they've done now is guaranteed that the Islamic regime is going to remain in power now for another 40 years. That's
or more turmoil, and that's what I'm saying. It's funny because I wanted to say this when you was talking about 79, and I feel like all of this seems like a weird psyop to the outsider. I feel like I've seen this photograph of an Iranian woman in a miniskirt cutting a birthday cake too much. Have you seen that photograph? They always trot out this photograph like, look at Iran.
Iran used to look like.
Yeah, it's like there's always that one photo, like that one of there's always the tech guy on the computer looking over his shoulder when he started Facebook, which is actually American military spying technology. Like Mark Zuckerberg in his garage. There's always that photo. And there's the Iranian woman cutting a birthday. Look at her hair down and her legs out cutting a cake. How fun it was before. But I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like I said, I've gone so. I've had to tap out, and that's an awful thing to say. But like you say, I can't do anything about it. I'm too old to get involved now. I mean, even if I wanted to go over there and fight, which I wouldn't.
The problem is, listen, I know exactly how you're feeling because you're not the only one. The problem is, whether you want to tap out or not, it's coming for you. It's going to affect you. And potentially, here's the thing, how stupid they are, right? Because they did the war in 2002. They did the Millennium Challenge, right? Where they war gamed. The United States Army fought the United States Army, red and blue. Red was Iran, blue was America, right? Iran won easily first time, right? So they went, you're cheating and not playing fair. They do it again because Iran didn't fucking go head to head. They did what they're doing now. They did it again. They lost the game. They war gamed this, and every time they play out, they're gonna lose to Iran. Like they don't understand the thing. Here's what's gonna happen, right? Iran's huge, size of Europe, 90 million people. Yeah, like just logically think. Like, if we're in England and some American, we rule this country now, and you're at the job centre or whatever at McDonald's, and you're like, get fucked, you fucking. No one's listening to some fucking American guy. Like, just think you logically, just us think. Say they came over to fight, and now Americans are in control or whoever. We wouldn't give them any respect. We wouldn't listen to them.
So you said there was the two factions, the royalists and the other ones. So now are they kind of united against Israel and America? Has it brought the country more together or not? No.
The royalists, the monarchists, are the ones you see in are the ones you see in the West.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
China's got to get thanks to Trump, and they're sending out Reza Pahlavi. He's got a big fucking nose. He's the crown prince, and his wife's cheating on him with his gym instructor. But nevertheless, they're outside of Iran. They're like, well, come back, lead your people, come back, Mr. Crown Prince. He had to give a fucking speech to his own people in Munich behind fucking bulletproof glass. The same day the Iranian regime were walking.
They're all puppets, aren't they? I don't know what anyone means.
I mean, listen, they've got no fucking chance. Even the Americans now acknowledge, like, even Trump, when he's making up his fucking lies, acknowledges that now. Because he's like, I was speaking to someone. Who are you speaking to? I don't know, but
someone.
Yeah. So even they acknowledge they're not speaking to this guy, that he's a lie. They know regime's not going to fall. The government in Iran's not going to fall. They're planned out two problems. And as soon as, look, just anyone knows, as soon as you bomb a country, the country doesn't go, oh, thank you. They go, fuck you. How dare you kill us?
Unless you wipe them completely out. I mean, I don't. That's bad, but I don't see. I don't know, man. It's like you have to just either completely take the head off the snake or whatever. I'm not saying about Iran. I'm saying in war.
Well,
it's not if I was going to have a fight with you. We're not going to give you a little slap and then you've got to fucking take them out. Otherwise, they're going to hit your back, innit?
Well, listen. What they're going to say to you is Dresden and Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? Hiroshima's the one where we dropped the nukes and that ended the war and it was worth killing all those people. But the actual reality is the Japanese, they got bombed twice, but they weren't worried so much from the nuclear bombs. They could have fought on after that. What they were worried about is that Russia got involved with the war and they'd seen how militant Russia were when they took over countries.
China.
They didn't want to be taken over by Russia. They were like, fuck it, we'll surrender, right? But yeah,
no, I know
it doesn't work, and I don't think they'd be able to do that because you'd hope that the moral standards of the West, if they suddenly saw that they're just carpet, which they are fucking doing, but if they actually did it like to the extent you expect them to, so they'd break the people. But that's actually what they're trying to do. If you can see Iran is strategically going after. They're bombing American air bases. They're bombing American like assets, and they're bombing Israel. And they're doing that. They're bombing Qatar, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, bombed all these countries, Kuwait, all around the world, all plus Israel, right? Thousands of kilometers away. Yeah, how many schools have you heard that Iran has bombed? How many hospitals that Iran has bombed with their tin rockets? Yet suddenly the Americans, with all the greatest guidance, we already know they've hit X amount, like over 100 schools, 20 fucking hospitals, because they've got no war strategy because they're run by fucking idiots. So they see winning as, I said to Charlie, we're winning. They see winning. Yeah, if you think winning's killing schoolgirls and killing civilians, yeah, you're fucking winning. But if
I think what they see winning as the industrial military complex feeding itself.
Yeah, but like they're not winning though.
No, they're making money though. They're making money. I bet they're making money.
Not, because listen to this. They think winning's killing loads of people and that. But actually what's happened is Iran is systematic. They've totally... the US and the NATO and West have been totally, utterly removed now from Iraq. There's no presence in there. There's no bases. There's no embassy. They bomb the shit out of them. They are systematically removing the United States of America from all the bases throughout the Middle East. They bombed all their air defense. They bombed all their fucking radars. They bombed all their satellites. They can't see. Now you'll see, if you can go along, if it's not censored by our most favorable ally in the world, you'll see Tel Aviv now is getting hit at will. That's not to say America and Israel aren't just bombing Iran. They are. But the difference is, it's like if you're fighting Andre the Giant, right? You beat the shit out of Andre the Giant. But when he decides he's had enough, he's going to fucking kill you.
Good analogy. Because you're talking about wrestling. And whether I beat Andre the Giant or Andre the Giant beats me, Vince McMahon wins. Do you actually think that America are operating as they are said to be operating? Or do you think this is all part of a bigger layer above globalist agenda? Because I probably think it is myself. I don't think that America...
I mean, I'll be honest. This has occurred to me.
Of course, man. I mean, you look at Trump. He was the anti-war guy. This happened out of the blue. He did Venezuela. That was obviously some sort of precursor to this to sort oil out. But this is all part of a bigger overarching plan, isn't it? It's got to be.
Oh, what? If it's the plan that I think it's supposed to be, which is to bring about the end times. Then maybe, but then also, I was thinking, maybe this is it. And then also I was thinking, But also, we as people and the people in Iran and people all around, we also have free will. We have to just agree with everything they do. Fuck them.
I don't agree with
Maybe
him, but what can you do at this point?
well,
Like you said,
I'm telling, well, maybe we're seeing what people can do. Maybe they're saying, you know what? Fuck you. Get fucked. Here's a fucking hypersonic missile up your fucking ass.
and
It
not
won't
just
be a
that,
shatter.
aren't American soldiers refusing to go? Or is that bullshit? I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of them going, we're not
Now
doing this.
American soldiers are fucking
Conscientious ejection.
mutiny on this and fucking stuffing the things because they don't want to die in a war for Israel.
Or even more than that,
Also,
Darius.
if I'm
I
in
don't
a
think they
battle,
want to
they're gonna
win
piss
this
me off.
war for Israel. Never mind
They
die.
can't win it. Listen. First thing you have to understand, there is no way America and Israel can win this war against Iran. You need to understand. Iran, first of all, is the size of Europe, right? Of Europe, 90 million. To win a war, i.e., to take the country, you're gonna have to have people in that country. How many people you think you're gonna need to hold a country of 90 million?
The only thing I'll say about that is, have you seen them fucking little exploding drones?
Yeah, okay, fine, but have you got
But
enough
you
of
could
them?
have 90 million. I don't know, but that
Iran has got those drones.
I know. I'm
Iran
just
is
saying.
using those
I
drones.
don't know. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't think you need soldiers on the ground anymore. Maybe that Peter
You
Thiel and
need,
that
listen,
Palantir. I saw
listen.
this thing. They've got these little drones. They're like the size, they're a hummingbird, and they've got a little bomb in them, and they face recognise, and they just fly up to your forehead and blow up, and you're dead. It's like a heat-seeking bullet. But
Yeah,
someone
no,
told me. Do you know Peter Thiel is an anagram of the reptile?
That's still not gonna hold the fucking country.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying, Darius. I don't know.
No, I believe in that, but I'm saying, but like, just think. Look, first, you got to think logically, right? Forget all this super tech, because none of that works. Because you still need to get the tech in.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know.
First, we've got a country of 90 million. So
It's a
to
lot.
control a country of 90 million, you're gonna need however many men. Just to sit down, be policemen, be the thing, even to get your little drones up and running, you're gonna need them in the country, right? That's first. Iran is on every side of Iran is mountains. It's basically either like a fucking mountain fort or could be a prison if you're inside. It's a mountain. There's no flat. It's not like Iraq where you can just walk in and there's a desert and you can set shit up. You got to climb a fucking mountain and then down a mountain. How are you going to logistically supply
I don't
your
know.
army with food, bullets, ammunition, artillery? What, you're going to get them up a thing? You're going to have to fly them in. You're going to have to fly your things in over a mountain and airdrop them in. Cool. They're just going to get shot down.
So, do you think that I know that you was like very pro-Trump in the last election in America.
Mhm.
Do you think if Kamala Harris had won, that this would be any different?
No, if I analysed this, the only difference would be the war would still be going on, but it'd be gayer. That would be the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, trans flags. So
Yeah.
get into the Leo thing because I didn't watch it, but Leo is what I'm not informed. That's not my thing. I don't enjoy being informed about stuff. And even if I talk about something and then someone hits me with a fact, I'm like, oh fuck, it just bores me. But so like, was it? Because I saw a few comments where it's like that you two went at each other, did you or not?
I think it was no, I don't think we went. I called out his bullshit and hypocrisy. As I see it, some things we agree on and some things we don't. The thing is, Leo is basically he's totally anything. He's
West is best.
Yeah, well, he's paid for by Israel. He's literally being paid.
Is that
thrown out
true?
to
That's not
Israel.
true.
Yeah, do you not see the clip? They flew him out to Israel.
I saw that, but that doesn't mean that he's paid for.
Motherfucker.
I'm
If
saying.
if they give you a paid holiday, that means
Yeah.
you're paid for by Israel. What else does it mean? If I flew you to California, did I? And you get paid?
Okay, but that doesn't mean that ongoing everything you're going to say is through that prism, does it? I don't know. I'm not saying he isn't, but I'm saying I don't know.
Okay, but I'll tell you what. Maybe it doesn't. I'll tell you what it does though. It allows me to accuse you.
Yeah, of course it does. It's entertaining.
You should have taken the fucking trip in the first place. Because now I don't give a fuck what you say now. I think you're paid for by Israel.
Did you read any of the comments?
I read the comments. A few of them were like, "You should listen to Darius. He knows what he's talking about."
That was
I went
you.
back.
That was your
I
fucking
went back.
burner accounts doing
I
that.
went back. No, it wasn't. I went back 2 weeks later and left a comment. Go, "Hi guys, I'm just here to gloat, you fucks." So I
Yeah.
haven't got back. But
But then again, that's
like,
what I'm saying. So the whole
you know what it is though. I have to say, I kind of understand where those listeners are coming from, because the other day I kind of was like, let me watch like the other side of the view of mine. Like, let me see what the Americans are. And it fucking made me so angry. So I can understand that if they're hearing me and I'm the other side of them, it would make them angry as well. So I understand them a bit.
I tell you what, Darius, you touched upon the ultimate truth about all of this earlier, where you said people don't want to know because you've got your 2-bed house, you've got your car on the drive, you've got your wife, your 2 kids, you go on holiday every year. You want to think the world's run by an elite cabal of cannibalistic paedophiles that want to make the third temple and bring about the end times. It's like la, 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 la. You don't want to lose all of this. The Matrix is... Some people are so comfortable in the Matrix. We all are. And when I say I'm tapping out, or have tapped out, it's because I've got kind of like scrutiny fatigue about what the fuck is real and what isn't. And that's their game, that they're so good at it. Like, they say fake news and they say one thing, then the other, and then someone burnt some ambulances, then you've just told me, I haven't seen it, only from you. Oh, that was actually a false flag. And then you go, was Pearl Harbor, you brought up Japan earlier, was that a false flag? Some people think it was. Some people think... You know what I mean? It's just... There is no truth. And I guess the big thing about me, where I had this sort of like... Where my brain got broken in lockdown, was I realised there is just... Like I used to believe in the news and go, well, that's the news. There is no truth, because people can't even pin down what an atom is. Like, everything we know is made out of these things that can be changed form and be there and not be there. This is all just one big headfucky illusion thing, and I don't think there is an objective truth to anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, people go, well, there are certain truths. And all this, what is a woman, and that's all part of it, and we're all discombobulated. On one hand, they say everything's about identity. You must say, oh, as a white man, you must realise. But then if you notice that, say, some of these grooming gangs tend to be from Pakistan, why would you even notice that? It's like, oh, I thought we was only talking about identity, but it's just fucking that's, you know, like when you do spin the tail on the donkey, it's like they've blindfolded us and they're spinning this and spinning this and spinning us, and I think they're about to whip the blindfolds off and we're all going to be facing the wrong way and dizzy, and that's how they're going to do whatever they're going to do.
At some point, listen, it's already coming off. They're like, they're just like, I don't understand why, like, it's like they seemingly, they just want to, like, you're going to lead over a world of just shit. There's going to be no one here. The Iran war will either end in a strategic defeat for America, which means they'll be out of the West, but it's going to be bad news for the American empire. It's going to cost everyone a lot of money. Or they're going to nuke. They're going to have to use nukes against Iran. They're going to have to. And if they nuke Iran, then it's game over for everyone, because maybe Iran doesn't have nukes, but someone with nukes will fucking nuke someone else.
Or they'll just get them. That's what I was saying, my question earlier, is that region of the earth, that part of the world. I've been to Israel twice, been to Egypt a few times. And I'm not biased, but I'm not going to say ex-family, but my ex-wife was Jewish, and I've got family in Israel, and I don't speak to them anymore. They don't speak to me anymore, is probably more accurate. But so I don't know whether they agree with the fucking Palestine. I don't know. I don't know. So, but I'm just saying, full disclosure, I have got, because you know what you're saying about Leo, I have been out there, but I don't really.
I've been to Israel.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying I've got family there, but I'm not. That doesn't mean that I try to not let anything like that go. Well, obviously, aside of Israel, because I've got people I know there. I don't know anyone in Iran. I know you, but you're in London. So, but that doesn't in any way make me side with one regime or the other, because I just think you've got to try and be a bit more zoomed out than that. But I just think, because I don't even know what I was going to say then, but do you remember, have you ever seen, apparently, the Greater Israel Project? Is it true that there's a map of that on the IDF uniform?
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, it's Israel and Iran and everything, isn't it? Like a map.
It's Israel from the Sinai, i.e. from Egypt. So it's Israel to here. And it goes all the way up, takes over Saudi Arabia, takes the entire Saudi Arabia, all the way up to the border of Iran. All the way up to the border of Iran. These fucking idiot Saudi Arabians are like, Israel's like, they've got on their own map. They said they're going to take over your country, you morons.
And that's on their uniform.
It's on their fucking Netanyahu gave a speech at the UN with the map behind him.
Yeah. And they reckon the two blue lines at the top and bottom of the Israeli flag is the river and the sea or something.
Yeah, from the Euphrates to the Sinai.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's just sort of grim, isn't it? Are you bummed out? But I know you're upset and you're angry, but are you also just sort of like, are you what? I don't know. How do you feel? Because I'm not as. I'm as a. I'm
in such a like a discombobulated, like, what's going on? Like, I don't see how, unless Trump has some fucking humility and some balls and gets out and, like, this ends in fucking disaster. Like, I'm like, why am I planning for, like, I don't think it's the Edinburgh Fringe, for example, is gonna happen. I don't see how it can happen. Like, I'm worried, like the Ollie's in Australia. I don't think he's going to come back. I don't think he realizes yet. But I don't think he'd be able to get flights back.
I wouldn't do like Dubai now, and not even that I'm scared. It's just I don't want to get stuck there. Like if they bomb the airport or something. Fuck that.
Oh, but even before, listen, I'm booked to Dubai in July. In my eyes, that's already been cancelled.
Yeah, I would say
I'm
so.
talking about. I think within the next month, the price of fuel and stuff. We're not going to be all these gigs and stuff. We're not going to be able to do them. There's not going to be fuel. There's not going to be diesel to drive to these fucking gigs.
This is planned. I think. I don't think that the people that tell Donald Trump what to do are stupid.
It's planned from Iran's side. Iran literally said, if you start a war with us, we're going to bomb your shit, close the Strait of Hormuz, and we're going to create a global fucking catastrophe. Iran said that. That's their weapon of war. These idiots think, we're killing babies, and we're killing girls, means we're winning. You fucking morons. They're going to crash the global economy. You're not going to eat. No one is going to eat. There's no fertilizer going through the Straits of Hormuz. You need fertilizer to grow fucking food. There's going to be no food. There's going to be no oil. This moron bombed the South Pass.
But at least if no fertilizer gets through, we'll have less gay frogs.
Pause it a sec, my sister.
Yeah. Okay, we'll call it a day then, and we'll come back with a DMT. I'll do another one. I'll just stop.
All right.